America, planet Earth, what's good? This is your boy Codell, and welcome back to another episode of the Father's Gospel Podcast. I'm getting kind of crazy right now. We got a good one today. So I got an article from George Mason University, right? And this is written by Denise Hines. She is a PhD, all right? And she's from George Mason, okay? And she addresses common misconceptions about men who experience intimate partner violence. Very interesting article. So I'm gonna get into this, and I can't wait to guys' feedback. So let's check this out. All right. So, with Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial underway in Fairfax, Virginia, an expert on male victims of domestic violence seeks to address conceptions, about male victims of abuse and the role that false accusations can play in intimate partner violence, IPV. Denise Hines, associate professor of social work at George Mason University, located just down the street from the trial, is one of the world's leading experts on intimate partner violence and false allegations of abuse and under recognized survivor groups. So, yeah, if you're a dude, I know you can relate to that. Though Hines is not, excuse me. Though Hines is not directly involved in the case, nor does she have direct insight into either party's allegations or their culpability, Hines sees this as an important opportunity to discuss misconceptions about males as victims of abuse and false allegations of IPV. How common are false allegations of domestic violence? Let's find out. Our research shows that threats to make false accusations are common in situations where women perpetrate violence against men. 73% of men who experience female perpetrated violence reported that their partner threatened to make false accusations versus less than 3% of males in the general population. That's a huge gap. Dude, that's a huge gap. Like, wow, that's crazy. Anyways, let's see. Perpetrated violence. So 56% said their female partners actually did make false accusations that he physically or sexually abused her, compared to less than 1% in the general population. So, man, it's freaking crazy. Why would people falsely accuse their partner of domestic violence? False accusations are a form of domestic violence, another tool in an abuser's toolbox. They are a way for abusers to further manipulate, control, and maintain power over their partners. Our studies show that women are significantly more likely to use false accusations of domestic violence against their male partners than the other way around. Let me read that again. Our studies show that women are significantly more likely to use false accusations of domestic violence against their male partners than any other way around. Let me read that again. Just joking. It is likely that a female perpetrator is able to engage in these behaviors because of existing widespread misconceptions in both the public and legal sector that domestic violence is exclusively something that men do to women. And that's facts right there. I mean, come on, there's no denying that. Like, society, when it comes to domestic violence, the only thing the vast majority of people think of in their head is some dude beating a woman, and it's just not true. Like, this is a random fact, but totally backs what I'm saying. What group has the highest rate of domestic violence? It's lesbians. All right, that's all I'm going to say. All right, so why is it important to address stereotypes about female perpetrated domestic violence and false accusations? There are many accounts in the scholarly literature for men who spent much money, time, and other resources to prove their innocence in a court of law because of restraining orders being filed against them under false accusations of abuse. Men who said the police assumed the men were at fault, and men whose wives used domestic violence service agencies to further manipulate men, e.g., by telling services they are victims and then using that against him in further legal battles. Been there, done that. Employees of relevant non-governmental, e.g., domestic violence agencies and government family court agencies often hold stereotypes that men are always the perpetrators of domestic violence, that women are always the victims, making it difficult for men to seek services. Like, this is just, gosh, man, this dude, like, I know if you're a dude watching this, I know at least a handful of you can relate to this. If you've had family, been through divorce, family court, all that stuff. Like, it's so bad. It's so freaking bad. Okay. So how do false accusations accuse impact the victim? Our studies suggest that false accusations can have severe consequences for the victim's physical and mental health, potentially leading to depression, past traumatic stress symptoms, and poor physical health. They can have other severe consequences as well, such as the victim being arrested for domestic violence. Been there, done that. False accusations. Losing custody of their children. Been there, done that. False accusations. Losing their job and reputation. Haven't lost a job, reputation. I mean, yeah, if you tell someone in general, again, you get stereotyped as a man, and losing time and money as they fight these legal battles for years on end. So yeah, I know many of you know about those legal battles. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so is it possible that both people in a relationship are abusing each other? I think we know that's obviously true. Like, the vast majority, like, here's the honest to God truth about this. The vast majority of domestic violence cases, the man and the woman, if we're just like strictly talking about heterosexuals, are beating each other. Like, they're beating each other. It's just that simple. And that's not something society wants to talk about. Like, it's bull. But anyways, yeah. So here's some of the percentages. So it says about 1 in 3 men and women, 34% of men and 36% of women reported lifetime IPV that encompass any contact, sexual violence, physical violence, and or stalking. So again, the number's pretty even. And honestly, the men's side, there's a lot of underreporting. In addition, 14.9% of men and 21.4% of women reported lifetime severe physical IPV victimization, hair pulling, hit with fists, and beating, burning, choking. Man. I mean, I've been hit with the fists and taken some beatings, but I haven't been burnt or choked. Thank God. No, actually, I have been choked. What the fuck? Okay, sorry. Anyways, but burning, thank God I've never been burned, dude. Like, okay, anyways. All right, so let's keep going. So, when considering the percent of IPV victims by sex, NISVS reports that a substantial portion of men for lifetime rates. The NISVS showed that approximately 46% of all IPV victims, which includes any contact, sexual violence, physical violence, and or stalking victimization by an intimate partner, were men, while 54% were women, calculated from Smith at 2018. So, look, like, again, there's obviously, to a certain extent, you could, I think it's safe to say there's obviously cases that go underreported, but I'm telling you, on the men's side, the underreporting of domestic violence being committed against men, man, it's way bigger. It's way bigger. Okay. And so similarly, approximately 47% of all IPV victims in the past year were men, while 53% were women, calculated from Smith 2018. So I think I'm gonna end it there, you guys. Yeah, I mean, that's most of the article, anyways. I think you guys get the point. So, long story short, if you don't get the point, dude, like, this stigma against men about us being the only perpetrators of domestic violence, it's not true. It's never been true, and it's obviously not true. And it's just that simple. But you guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Make sure you comment. I want to hear what you all think about this. Tell me your opinion on this whole entire article. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Whatever. And make sure you hit that notification bell. Anyways, I'm Codell. Until next episode, I'm out. I love you, and God loves you even more. Peace.